Hello. Um, Hi. Okay, Scotty's saying, hope I had a good day at work and for taking time out for you. I really have to move these. I was just rushing again and left something unfinished at work. Work's like real work. I don't know. YouTube is real work too. But work is pretty understanding about me like taking time to like do this and foster this. I really want to continue doing this for the foreseeable future. And so you have to make it a priority if you want something to work. So here we are. You guys, a lot of people yesterday, you guys all know, could not get online to certify for benefits. Hopefully all of you have been able to do that by now. Some people certified by phone, and they're wondering if they need to also certify online. And I would recommend against doing that. Diego, we'll get to you in a second. I don't certify again. It should have given you a confirmation number when you telecertified if you use that method. If you certify again, it's going to say like duplicate. And so that could actually cause you some additional problems. Jenny, let me see. Okay, Jenny told me she was going to pop in. Jenny, I think I need to go on some dates. Let me see here if I can make you a moderator. Add moderator. There you go. All right, Jenny Silver is popping in. I don't know how long she is able to stay. We don't have a lot of people in here right now, Jenny, which is good because it means I can get to more questions. So Jenny's going to be moderating. She's going to be doing it out of the kindness of her own heart while her video uploads. So make sure to check out her video after the live stream. Which should still be in the first hour of her video. If you guys didn't know this, watching a YouTuber's video, any YouTuber's video in the first hour that it's released really helps our channel and our community, and we appreciate it. And I watch Graham Stephan's channel all the time, and he's always telling everybody to smash the like button, and I'm so programmed that I'll like a video even before I've watched it, just because I want to support people in their YouTube journeys. The watching really helps. Okay, enough of that. Let's see. Diego says that he's still pending. So is that from your certification yesterday? A lot of people are still pending from the certifications yesterday, and I would say that's normal for up to 72 hours. So by Wednesday, if it hasn't switched to paid, that's when I'd recommend trying to call the EDD. And at this point, like if you're somebody who's newly filed a new claim, or not newly at this point, but if you've somewhat recently filed a new claim, but you've been pending for more than 3 weeks, it's probably also time to give the EDD a call. Hello, Rita. Jarnell says that they can't reach the EDD. It is very hard. I did have a rep on TikTok tell me that the best time to call is between 2:30 and 4 o'clock. I have a lot of people tell me that right at 8 when they open is a good time. I used to think that calling at 8 was a bad idea because that is the advice that most channels give, is call as soon as they open. So my logic was like, everybody's calling when they open. And that may be true based on what one rep told me on TikTok, for what that's worth. So 2 to 2:30 to 4. And you guys, I don't recommend calling after 6 because there's going to be so many people already holding for a rep that you probably won't be able to. Jenny, my mom's good. Actually, we went and we had to have a biopsy on her arm, and it did not come back the way we wanted to. So now I got to figure out what we're going to do about that. I need someone to date. Quarantine's almost over, but I'm busy between this and the theater. Hello, Andrew. Andrew has a funny YouTube channel. He's got a funny take on some of his experience with the EDD, so check that out. Hello, Mike. If you get approved for a new year, how long will it be for? You're on your second PEUC. So if you're approved for a whole new claim and the weekly benefit amount does not decrease by $25 or more, then you would move right away to that new claim. And that would be for 26 weeks. And I believe at this point in time, the 26 weeks would take you past September 4th, which is when all of the extensions are over. So after your 26 weeks on a fresh unemployment claim, you would then be potentially eligible for Fed Ed if California's unemployment rate is still above 6% at that time. And we don't know what it's going to be yet. Bad Grandpa, I'm not sure if you heard me say this the other day. The California unemployment rate is still at 8.3%, which is the same as it was in March. So that was really surprising to me, because the March numbers, I want to say they took it from the week ending March 12th. So that was the week before even movie theaters were allowed to reopen in a lot of the state. It was before amusement parks were open. So we've had a lot of businesses that have reopened, and for the unemployment rate not to go down at all, it's concerning to me in terms of us being able to find jobs after the pandemic. But it would be good in terms of there potentially being a program available for us after September 4th. Oh, Janice, wait, what? Did you just $14.99 me back? So you guys, I did a Claimyr giveaway for people who weren't able to afford the call, that wanted to use the service, and Janice was one of my winners, and it looks like her issue's resolved, and she's thanking me by giving me that $14.99 back. So why don't we do this, Janice? Why don't we give that right back to someone else? So the next person, the first person to comment, get a rep. I will make arrangements with you to give you a free Claimyr call if you need one. Okay, Diego said get a rep. He's the first one that I saw. So Diego, after this video, Diego was the first one. So Diego, what I'm gonna, all of you guys need to get a rep. Okay, Diego was the first one. I'll see what I can do. After the video, Diego, not right now, but after the video, leave me a comment with your PayPal email address so that I can send you a PayPal. And as soon as I get don't leave it in the chat, because I can't remove the chat after we're done. So leave it as a comment on the video, and then I'll delete that comment so that your information isn't there. Yeah, Diego was fast. And I will make sure to send you the $14.99 through PayPal. And thank you, Jenny, for sharing. I just peeked. I was like, is Jenny secretly sharing her link? Jenny just resaved my Claimyr link. It is an affiliate link, so I get something if you guys use that, which has allowed me to kind of give back to some of you guys. And then I also have my Claimyr link pinned as the top comment. Okay, and back to the comments. Let's see here. Jenny's still in here and moderating. That is super sweet. And Jenny, I'm just going to leave you as a moderator now so that whenever you pop in, you've got that authority. Yep, you guys are excited to see Jenny Silver. Okay, shoot, I lost my place. You guys know when I lose my place, it means it's time to like the video. Okay, so CAFLA has a different number. KAFLA TV has a different number. I'm always very wary of these different numbers. The only two numbers that are really authorized on the EDD website are the 800-300-5616 number and the 833-978-2511 number. I know that a lot of us are starting to get the numbers to our individual unemployment offices, and that oftentimes they are able to patch you through, but that doesn't seem to be the preferred method, and sometimes it seems to kind of make them angry. So I just kind of recommend using those the two numbers that are on the website. Hello, Sally. Callie Boy says, what happens if they told me I have a phone interview, but it's been 2 months and nothing yet? The EDD actually just released a tweet the other day that said that it's possible that they will cancel your phone interview if they determine that you were eligible without having to do the phone interview. So that could be your situation. But if you need a phone interview, you normally are not getting paid in this time either. And unfortunately, I would call them and try and see if they can push your payments through at this time. Bonuses are like income. However, I'm not sure if you're asking if you need to report a bonus. Usually what the EDD counts as income is earned income. So you may not have to report a bonus the same way that you would earned income. Patricia says, I got the tier 2 extension for EDD, but when that ends, will I be able to get another extension? Yes. Tier 2 augmentation is what it would say under the payment type would be the next extension. And reps sometimes call it PEUY. So that would be the next extension, and that should take you through the week ending September 4th. Bree says, my account is still frozen. Do you know if EDD can request the money back from B of A? That is a big, big mess. I don't think that the EDD can do that. So your best bet is to try. A lot of people, and I think, Bree, I think we've talked about this, request paper checks if your account is frozen and you're not able to get your funds. That's the best solution I've heard of. Jenny, I don't mind if you respond to some of my users if you know the answer. It may end up that we both answer the question, but if you know the answer and you want to help out, I don't mind. I'm sure they don't mind either. I know you don't have your moderators answer the question, but I know that Jenny's actually usually more knowledgeable than I am on this. So have at it if you want. Okay, and music, CYKO. I'm not going to say that right. Will California take off the 300 before September? I really don't think so, guys. Oops. Oh, I just bumped into something. I've got this map behind me. Last I checked, it was 22 states that are looking at ending it early. I just made a super short video with 5 reasons why I don't think California will be ending that program early. It's Gavin Newsom's not going to want to risk losing the recall election. I have my notes for that video right over here. Most of the states behind me, their unemployment rates are below 6%. We're still at 8.3. Even though our case rate on the virus is pretty low right now, that's a recent development. We had really high cases for a really long time. So we haven't had as much time to get our case rate down. We've had a lot of job loss here in California, the entertainment industry, the amusement park industry, and just because of our population, there's been so much job loss. It's going to take a while to get that back. And then the last reason is we were closed longer than a lot of these other states. And they reopened faster. We're still not open at 100%. So a lot of these states either didn't close down to the extent that we did, or they reopened faster. And because of those 5 reasons, I don't think we're going to end any of our programs early. We certainly could, but I don't think so. Okay, and Franco, thank you for the donation. You filed a new claim, put me back on FedEd to use the rest of the claim. Last 2 weeks of FedEd are pending, and you certified yesterday and now have 4 weeks pending. So what may have happened, a couple of things could have happened. You could just be pending while the claim's in review, but now that it's 4 weeks pending, I would call them. Sometimes when the reps were bypassing the official process of filing a new claim, now some reps are saying that you actually do have to officially file a new claim. But either way, if you've been pending 4 weeks, I would say it's time to call them to find out why it's still pending at this time. I'm so sorry about that. If you already filed the new claim, it shouldn't be a benefit year issue. Okay, let's see. Sheila says that it's still pending. What's going on? So it's usually that even when we file a new claim, it puts the existing claim into a review period. That review is only supposed to take about 2 weeks. It can take 2 to 6 weeks, but most people, if they call the EDD after about week 3, it does seem like the EDD is able to push those payments through. So if you've been pending longer than 3 weeks, I would say it's worth it to call the EDD. Thank you, Oscar. Oh my goodness, Oscar's donating. Okay, so I'm not going to take any new people, but I'll donate 2 Claimyr calls to the the two people after Diego who said get a rep. Let me see what those names are. I got to scroll around a little bit here. Okay, so that's going to be Patricia and Selena. So Patricia and Selena, Patricia Valle and Selena Holgian. Oh, I butchered your last names most likely, but also, so after this video is done, you'll be able to comment on it. So leave the PayPal address, and you guys, I always have my settings so email addresses shouldn't show to the rest of you, but I'll delete out your email address. I do need your PayPal email address. And Oscar, thank you so much. That's so nice. I'm sure that they will really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Oh, and Oscar throwing another $4.99. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Okay. I'm scrolling back around. I'm scrolling back up to try and find my place. Aw, yeah, you guys love Jenny Silver. It's awesome. And how ironic that like I chose my channel name as Shelly's Millions Silver. I don't know. It's both. That's her real last name though, but like both kind of money related. So yes, Dream Team. Thank you guys for all of your support. I'm going to skip around for a second. Ashley says my status says duplicate. Am I still going to get paid? You'll get paid for the original, but not the duplicate. So that normally happens. I know a lot of times when they let us know about the extension or they let us know that we were approved for an award for a new claim, that they also included a paper certification. So a lot of people ended up sending that paper certification back, and they ended up certifying for benefits online. So one of those is going to say duplicate. The one that says duplicate won't get paid, but the original one should get paid. And then the same if you applied, like if you did telecert yesterday, and then for some reason you also certified online, one of those is going to say duplicate. So you get paid for the duplicate one. Sorry, you won't get, sorry, somebody's texting me and it's popping up in the corner. You won't get paid for the duplicate one. You will get paid for the original one. Juan says, hi, Shelly. Thanks for answering my questions. I finally got paid on Friday after 5 weeks pending, and he recommends calling the assembly member. You're very welcome. And yeah, if you guys are pending for a really long time, that's a really great option, especially if you're having trouble getting through to the EDD, to reach out to your local assembly member. They are oftentimes able to help. They're getting backlogged too, it seems, and their ability to help quickly seems to not be as effective as it once was, but it's still worth doing. All right, Tina, you giving me a $20 donation as well. Thank you so much. Tina, I'm going to look and see if I can see a question from you. You guys make sure if you're donating and you have questions to try and type it out. Tina, I'm not sure if you're donating to those other people. Let's just do the donations today for Claimyr calls. So I think I had 2 other people that needed Claimyr calls. So let me see what their names were. And let's see here. Okay, so we got Patricia and Selena already. So we'll do Johnny and Bree. Bree, I think you really do need to get a rep because your claim has been struggling. And guys, just to talk about Claimyr for a little bit, so Selena and Johnny, after the video, leave your PayPal. I'll delete it and I'll send you the information to use Claimyr. Claimyr doesn't guarantee fixing your claim. It doesn't even hold for you. It literally just dials the EDD for you. To me, that's the hard part. That's the part where my phone overheated because I was just redialing so much. So it is a big help in that way, but you still have to hold. That hold time can still be 2 hours, and it's still the luck of the draw if you get a rep that actually is able to help fix your claim. Mermaid Girl says, I'm on PEUY after 2 months. Well, PEUY is the one that comes after PEUX. It doesn't say that under the payment type. Payment type for PEUX would say extension tier 2. And then the one after that under payment type would say extension tier 2 augmentation. I'm skipping around again. Trisha says, encourage anyone who wants to call the EDD, call now before 8 p.m. Trisha, I don't usually recommend people calling after 6. And the reason why is because those hold times can be over 2 hours. So if you need to allow, I hate when I hear that people have called the EDD and then 8 o'clock rolls around and they just get disconnected. So really the latest I'd recommend calling the EDD is about 5:30. That gives you 2 hours of hold time, and then hopefully the rep picks up by then, and then 30 minutes for the rep to fix your claim. So that's about when I recommend calling the latest. Oh, you called at 5:24 though, in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, well, that's amazing, and I'm glad that they helped. So yeah, maybe I also like calling Tuesday through Saturday. I don't like calling Sunday because that's certification day. There's also rumors that tier 2 reps don't work on Sundays, and then Monday's a high call volume day because since there is that rumor about tier 2 reps not working at all on Sunday, the people that need a tier 2 rep often wait till Monday. So Monday's a tough day to get through. I'm glad you got through. Tuesday through Saturday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. is the sweet spot that I'm recommending right now. That can all change for sure. Divine Glory says hello. I'm still skipping around in the comments, you guys. So I'm sorry if I've skipped your comment. And again, guys, shout out to Jenny Silver for just popping in and helping moderate out of the kindness of her heart. Lorraine says, good evening, Shelly. So good evening. Sean says, oh, all is well with my claim. You guys, this is like knock on my desk is made of glass. What is wood? I don't have anything wood in here, but like knock on wood that your claims all start to be good. And it does seem like they're starting to catch up and get more and more claims good, which is good. But we all need that good news. Okay. Michael says, my second extension is about to run out. I only have 1,200 left. What happens next? So after this extension, you'll move on to the next one. It depends on where you are in your claim. Most people right now are, if you're about to run out of funds, you're probably on the second PEUC extension, PEUC or PEUX, as the reps may call it. And under payment type, it would say just extension tier 2. So next is extension tier 2 augmentation. That's going to take you to the week ending September 4th. It's going to say that it's a 29-week extension, but at this point in time, you're not going to get the full 29 weeks because that would take you past the week ending September 4th. Johnny says, I got extended my benefits today for 29 weeks. I certify on the 6th. My claim year ends on the 7th. You think I will get paid out? And what's the best way to refile a claim online or by phone? Jenny, I don't know if you're still in here, but if you are, I'm kind of changing my advice. For the longest, I was recommending calling. At this point, I think it's just as easy to do it online. I mean, I'm getting mixed information. It used to be that if you got a good rep, they could if you hadn't worked at all, they could sort of bypass officially filing for a new claim, remove the benefit year-end flag from your claim, and add the extension to your claim, and that would be more seamless. It does still happen that way, but it seems less and less that the reps will do that. It seems like more and more, even if you get a rep on the phone, they're going to make you file a new claim. And if they're going to make you file a new claim anyway, I actually tend to recommend doing it online. That way you don't have to go through the hassle of calling the EDD. Online is a good option if you haven't worked at all since you initially filed for benefits. If you have worked a little bit, you may still want to have a rep on the phone with you, because that way if when you're filing a new claim, you have any questions, you already have the rep on the phone with you to answer those questions. So that it's about the same now, but maybe slightly easier if you haven't worked at all to do it yourself online. RE says, can I still collect if I only work part-time? It really depends on your weekly benefit amount, your wage at your new employer or your old employer or your self-employment, and how many hours they give you. So those 3 factors. I do have a video, it's really old, called excessive earnings. If you type that in, it gives you a way to calculate that. But that's going to be different for everybody. So yeah, it just depends. Let's see here. Darla says, I'm exhausted. They finally told me to start a new claim, so I did. I was sent to ID me, and I'm stuck there waiting for them to verify my identity. They said they need secondary documents. Okay, so make sure to get them those secondary documents. And also, the CEO of ID.me is pretty responsive on Twitter. His name is Blake Hall. So if any of you guys are like just waiting for a long time to get your ID.me call done, or if you're just having trouble with them at all, I do recommend trying to like at Blake Hall on Twitter and see if he'll respond there. Mr. Karmaface says, I got a notice of invalid claim and an award letter, but was on FedEd. Do I go ahead and start collecting on the new claim? No. So if you get the determination of invalid claim letter 1277, that means that you didn't actually qualify for the new claim, probably because you hadn't done any work since initially opening your original claim. And so that means they're going to keep you on your existing claim and add the extensions onto your existing claim. So your benefits aren't going to run out, but until September 4th, but you're not going to get on the new claim. You're going to stay on the old claim. So for me, I got my letters out of order. I got the invalid claim letter first, and then I got an award letter. But if you get the invalid claim letter at any point, that's going to supersede the new claim award letter, and you're going to stay on your old claim. Okay, Tina says, if their website is down, will we still be able to certify later or when it's back up, even if it's tomorrow? Yes, you have about a 2-week window that they consider it to be timely. So yeah, you do not have to certify on Sunday. Most of us do because you want to get, certify on Sunday, usually switches to paid by 10 p.m. Sunday night, and the money's on your Bank of America EDD debit card by Monday morning. But if you certified today, if you certified right now, it most likely would still switch to paid, or it should switch to paid by 10 p.m. tonight, and then the money would be on your Bank of America EDD debit card tomorrow. Same if you did it Wednesday or Thursday. You don't actually have to certify on Sunday. So yeah, just whenever it pops up. Okay, and yes. Okay. Still, Jenny missed one and she's multitasking. Yeah, I just appreciate you popping in at all. Okay. I'm skipping around a little bit. Oh, John says he's been watching for over a year, and thank you. You are so welcome. My videos were really bad, I feel like, a year ago. I feel like I've improved a little bit. Someone else just told me they were watching some of my old videos, and I was like, no, don't do that. Colby says, as far as unemployment, I am still working and I don't want to commit fraud. It says 40 hours or less to claim, but I was looking at my job and it's 45 hours. Would it be safe to reclaim? So 40 hours, if you work 40 hours or more, even if you make like half of your old rate, and so because the dollar amount, maybe you would still get benefits. If you put that you worked 40 hours, it's going to pop up with a message where it would normally say paid, and it's going to say fully employed. So if you put that you worked 45 hours in 1 week, it's going to say fully employed, and it will not pay you out for that week. Okay, I hope that made sense. I hope that answered the question. Enosh says, I reached my maximum benefits paid within my benefit year. What happens next? Okay, so that's actually normal as you switch from one extension to the next. What normally happens is your claim balance is going to hit 0. From there, You may or may not get the maximum benefits paid message. You did. In about 5 to 7 business days, you should get either through UI Online or in the mail, usually UI Online, you're going to get a message saying that the extension has been filed for you. It might also come through as a text. But your balance isn't going to increase until you certify again in 2 weeks. So next, they should be adding the next extension onto your claim, but the claim balance isn't going to increase until you certify again. I would say it's a good sign if you see a date that you can certify again, that means things are moving in the way that they should. You guys are asking, Claimyr should be free for the rest of the pandemic. You know, I have mixed emotions about them. They've helped a lot of people. People really like them. But at the heart of my core, like, I believe that we should all be able to get through to the EDD for free. And I think that's more of an EDD problem than Claimyr. Do I think Claimyr kind of like, they saw a need and they filled it? Are they taking advantage? Possibly, you know? But I know myself, you know, trying to give people free calls that need it. I know on one of the Facebook groups I run, they're doing that. Jenny Silver wouldn't surprise me if she does that. And Jenny Silver's actually given out like money from her own pocket to some of her viewers in need. She's run 2 separate giveaways where she's literally given away money. I'm not able to do that. Claimyr is an affiliate link, so when you guys use that, like, I get some back. So that's how I'm able to do that. Thank you, Karen, for the donation. Karen, I don't know if I see a question from you. I'm scrolling around. Thank you for the donation. And Karen, yeah. Okay, I'm going to read Manuel. I'm still skipping around, you guys. I'm sorry. I feel super disorganized today. Manuel says, today it's Monday, certified yesterday, but it's pending. How many days is the waiting time you're on PEUY? 72 hours is the maximum I would say is normal. 72 hours is still kind of within the realm of it could still switch to paid. If by Wednesday after 8 a.m. it hasn't switched to paid, that's when I would call them to find out what happened. Stunna says, Bank of America asked me to call ID.me to unlock my account. Is that possible? That sounds very suspicious to me. If that's true, that would be the first I've heard of that. And if they supplied the number to call for ID.me, that sounds even more suspicious. What I would do in that case is I would reach out, or I would go on. I don't know if ID.me has a customer service number. I would definitely tweet their CEO, Blake Hall, and say, hey, I got this. Is that accurate? And see what he says as a response. Please be very careful with people reaching out. The EDD even sent out something that said, like, be careful about fraud. Jenny and I both have like people pretending to be us all the time. Like, they're spelling WhatsApp in all kinds of crazy ways. Please don't send these people money. I won't ask for your personal information. I know Jenny said she won't ask for people's personal information, but these people are good. Like, they copy our profile pictures. Just please be careful. Okay. Thomas says that he was told to reapply, but there's no reapply link in the notifications. So if there's not, there used to be like a blue link on people's homepage, and you could click that to file a new claim. Or sometimes right before you get to your homepage, it'll say, file a new claim or register or manage existing claim. If you have that, you would want to click file a new claim. If you don't see either of those options, I would recommend calling a rep and having them help you file a new claim. RL says that could not certify yesterday, could not tell us, sir, not able to certify online. Your claim is in good standing. Any thoughts? No, I would call them about that. So you're not able to certify online today either? I'm not sure what that would be about. So unfortunately, my advice would be to call them. Heather says, I got a letter about the extension, but the claim still says 0. Should I certify or wait till the balance is added? Will it go to not paid if $0 balance on the claim? How does that work? So that's kind of what I just went through, Heather. So I'm not sure if you heard that, but it's totally normal for the claim to go to 0. Even normal to see the maximum benefits paid message. You got the letter that they're giving you the extension, so that is a good sign. Go ahead and keep certifying. And actually, when you go to certify again, that's when you should see that claim balance increase from 0. Sid says, I had certified yesterday for payments, but I'm still pending since my previous payments of the 1st. Should I try to call the EDD? I'm on the extension tier 2 augmentation. Yeah, I would, because that's been almost a whole month now that you haven't been paid. So by this point, really, even if you filed a new claim because your benefit year ended, really all the reviews should be done on your claim now, and they should be able to pay you. If you haven't been paid in a while, make sure to use the words financial hardship when you call them. Say, well, hey, I haven't been paid in 4 weeks. I'm experiencing financial hardship. Is there any way you can help me get paid? Sometimes then that will help them push those payments through. Otto said, I reapplied for a new claim. I received the invalid claim notice. I received the award letter. Which letter is valid? So it's going to be the invalid claim letter. They're going to keep you on the extensions. Teresa Thompson says, oh no, that's Tracy. Probably Trisea? I don't know. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Okay, what if you get denied when everything has been the same for 10 years? They keep saying on a phone appeal said they can't prove identity, but finally have an in-person appointment. Will or should that fix it? I would imagine that the in-person appointment would fix it. That's also a situation where possibly that CEO, Blake Hall of ID.me, might be able to help you with whatever the hangup is on the ID. Did you use ID.me? Did it say verified? Also, perhaps an assembly member could help with that. So what you would want to say is, hey, my information hasn't changed in the last 10 years. But the EDD is saying that they're not able to verify my ID. I've sent them everything that they've requested. I'm experiencing financial hardship because I haven't been paid in X number of weeks from the EDD. Is there anything that you can do to help get me paid? And I'm so sorry. And it's funny because I know a lot of people got letters saying that they had an in-person interview, but as far as I know, those EDD offices are still closed. So I wonder if they're going to end up actually just doing a phone interview with you anyway. Okay. Thank you, Manuel. And yeah, if it's been nothing since December, yeah. Have you reached out to your assembly member yet? Because they can sometimes get the ball rolling. That's crazy to be not paid for that long. And I'm so sorry that that's happening. Supposedly they're answering the Ask EDD feature a little bit more frequently, and the contact us. You can actually try those. You do actually have an in-person appointment on Thursday. All right. Well, I certainly hope that they get it all sorted out on Thursday. If they're making you go through the trouble of actually going down there, I would think that it would get sorted out. Now, I don't think they might not give you a decision right then, and it still may take a couple of days for everything to actually be paid. Rich DM is saying, hello. Andy says, you'll have a job soon, and you just wanted to, you're 25 and your girl is 35. This is your first baby and her third. I would just like to say that I am supportive of relationships between older women and younger men. And I am so glad that, I know that you are going through a lot with your baby. And I'm so glad that you're going to be working and that you're going to be with your baby. And so congratulations. Jenny, thank you so much for stopping by. You guys, that probably means that her video is done uploading. So I would love it if you stayed here with me on my live and then right afterwards go and watch her video, watching YouTubers' videos in the first hour that they post. And when you watch her video, Jenny, tell us what the subject is. Give us a sneak peek of what's the topic of today's video. Anyway, so after this, go make sure to watch Jenny Silver's video. Her videos are always good. It's such a topic that I want to know about. I'm very interested. I love her series. She did a series with, he's an EDD unemployment attorney. And that's so fascinating to me, like the legal aspect of this. Like I was surprised to learn that even though some of us haven't been paid since December, we don't have grounds for a class action lawsuit. It's crazy. So check out that series that she did with the attorney. She's done lives with me. Check those out. And she's done one with Thomas, who's the CEO of Claimyr, who said he was going to do one with me, and he is dragging his feet. So I want to watch her video, but I won't until I do mine with him because I don't want to overlap, or I don't know. I'm sure it will overlap, but I want my own take on it. Anyway, thank you so much, Jenny, for stopping by. And you guys make sure to check out her video. She said that she was going to do this while her video was uploading and exporting. So perfect timing. And I'm going to be live for about 20 more minutes. And then I got to go back to do stuff for my work. Teresa says, thank you. Curly says, if you open a new claim after expiration of current claim, you might be pending flagged. Need a tier 2 rep to clear it. Yes, that is true. So all claims, once we reach our benefit year and we file a new claim, it goes into a review. The review is only supposed to take, they say 2 weeks, but a rep told me up to 6 weeks. So between 2 and 6 weeks. But really after about week 3, it seems like if you call the EDD, they're able to push payments through. Monica, I heard that the website was back up. All right, I'm going to take a sip of something here. You guys, I'm going to take a drink, and if you could like the video. Okay. Sorry. Was anyone able to get a rep on the phone today? I did hear people successfully get through to a rep today. You guys know, I think it's kind of a little bit late to call. Even though they're open till 8, they have the hold time is so long. And it does seem like even if you get on hold before 8, once 8 o'clock rolls around, it seems like they just drop all the calls. Andy says, since I got the 1277 letter, after my 11 weeks is over, will it automatically go to the weeks for September 4th? Or would you have to call in? So Andy, that is, it's supposed to happen automatically, right? A lot of these things are supposed to happen automatically. And part of the huge problem with the EDD is they tell us it will happen automatically and then it doesn't. So here's my advice. Once your 11-week extension is up and the claim goes to 0, don't be alarmed if you see maximum benefits paid. Since we know the balance won't go up until you certify again, I would wait the 2 weeks until you certify again. And if the balance isn't automatically reloaded, that's when I would call. So 2 weeks after your claim balance hits 0, because it should automatically update by your next certification cycle. But it doesn't always. Like sometimes they say there's a glitch. They've said, oh, it's a glitch so many times and it's so frustrating. But yeah, so 2 weeks after it hits 0, see if you can certify again, see if your balance increases. And if it doesn't, that's when I'd call. All right. EJ1914 said, I called 40 times and no answer. Is there a reason for this? They're just super, super busy. I called 83 times in a row. That took more than 3 hours. That's when my phone overheated. A friend of mine recently called. She called over 70 times. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's about average. I do know this because I asked her during her live. Jenny, in the interview that Jenny Silver did with Thomas, the Claimyr CEO, their line is dialing over and over again. It's not like robocalling, but it's auto dialing. Their auto dialer is taking about 30 calls on average before it connects. So it's just a numbers game. I do recommend just calling the same number over and over again. Try calling between 2:30 and 4. And after you listen to that long intro message, quickly hit 134. It's hard to get through. And I don't like calling on Sundays or Mondays because I think that the call volume is higher on those days. It just makes sense to me. I don't have proof of that. But Sunday's certification day. So when are we going to call? We're going to call on Sunday as soon as we notice a problem. But there is a rumor that tier 2 reps don't work on Sundays. So a lot of people don't want to call on Sunday and they wait till call on Monday. But Monday's the day after we certified. So those of us who didn't call on Sunday, we're all calling Monday. So Tuesday to Saturday, 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Listen to that long intro message and quickly hit 134. Yeah, and Monica just said the 134 trick still worked. I know that I do heavily promote Claimyr because almost every time I say something about Claimyr, someone else pops in the comments and says, it's the best $20 I spent. And I don't want you guys to spend $20 if you're going to use it. I want you to only spend $15. So a lot of people really like that service, but I still recommend trying to get through for free. I really, really do. And Monica, I'm glad that the 134 trick worked for you this morning. And it doesn't work every time, but it also doesn't hurt to try. Oh yeah, I always forget about this. You can use other languages as well because those reps also speak English. So I think there's like 5 or 6 different languages. Oh, explain the 134 trick. Let's just do it. Let's call the EDD and see what happens. We'll put it on speaker. Okay, so you're going to call. Hold on.
I'm an insurance customer service.
What's your favorite? Okay, so we're going to listen to all this stupid stuff. Oh. I'm not going to prima el dos. I do speak a little Spanish, though. Not very well. But I do, and they do all speak English. So we have to listen to all this nonsense. And then I'll literally show you. Let me get my keypad ready here. So I've got the keypad pressed. All right, we'll make this a little quieter. Oh, I do have a video about that also, but we're calling them now live. Let's see if we get through. Esther says, I haven't been able to certify. Let's make this quieter. Since January 2nd with a disqualification. Let's do this first. Oh, the 146 mark. All right. So I'll keep it quieter. So you can see the countdown. And yeah, it is at about the 146 mark. So Esther says, since January, it said disqualified. She's been told it's based on insufficient earnings, still haven't gotten an extension and no letter from the EDD. What to do?
If you've applied for unemployment
For
insurance,
that, I would honestly reach out to your assembly member. Just say, hey, because you should qualify for PEUY if you don't have the earnings for a regular claim. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'll come back to that question.
/UI_.
We're at 145.
Select from the following. If you have a claim
1,
or need
3,
to file,
4.
select or infirm. Please hold while your call is transferred.
I'm just curious
This call may be monitored for
if it lets us through or not.
Thank you for calling the Employment Development Department Unemployment Insurance Online Assistance Center. We are currently receiving more calls than we can answer.
So it doesn't work every time, but you saw how I just hit it as soon as she started talking 134. Like you don't wait for each options. Like as soon as she's like press, then you just quickly hit boop, 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 134. And again, I feel like at this point, they don't even necessarily let more calls through because they know because there's too many people holding already. Okay, Esther. So let's give your question the attention it needs. Can't certify since January 2nd, and you've got the disqualification because of insufficient earnings, but you still haven't gotten the extension and no letter from the EDD. What do you do? So your situation is one of the ones where I very strongly recommend reaching out to your assembly member. I do have the link in the description of this video. And so it's findyourrep.ca.gov, I want to say. The link's in the description of the video. You're just going to put in your zip code, find your assembly member, and just say, hey, I haven't been paid from the EDD since January. I am experiencing financial hardship. Is there anything that you can do to help me get paid faster? I don't think they need all the details, at least not in that initial email between you and them. In order to start working on things, they'll ask you for any details they might need. And even though it's going to give you phone numbers for your assembly member, I recommend emailing them, because then you have a written trail. You have a written trail of the date that you reached out to them, what you said, and then you're going to have a written trail of what they told you would happen as a response back. Okay. Let's see here. Still skipping around. Shoot. Yeah, it's really hard to get through. Oh my God, called 193 times and got disconnected at 5:24, and you're exhausted, but we'll try again tomorrow. Yeah, I just think Mondays are a rough day. Today is especially bad, would be my guess, because 1, they were closed all day Saturday. 2, like everything was a hot mess yesterday. And like people couldn't even get on to certify. Now people are pending longer than normal. So today is going to be rough. Tomorrow I feel like it's going to be your lucky day. All right. Let's see here. Calling is like one of the hardest things to do. There are no equivalent jobs since the COVID lockdown. You know, a lot of places are hiring right now. I think even the EDD from home. People that I know, some of them have got jobs and some of them have been better jobs. Since we're not working anyway, like why not apply for our dream jobs? Even if they say no, like, you know, we're not working anyway. So no biggie if they say no. William says, do I need a claim again if I'm PEUY? No, PEUY claims do not need to file a new claim at the end of their benefit year. Everything should just keep happening automatically. Your union jobs are very hard to find. That's true. And union jobs are usually pretty good. Are you still furloughed? Or are they going to bring you back? My hope is that they will. But I bet you're also super qualified if you had a union job. So it's not Bassam, it's not section 1277. It's determination letter of invalid claim 1277. So a lot of us, after we file a new claim, we're getting back an invalid claim letter number 1277. That usually means you don't qualify for a new claim because you haven't done any work since you first filed your original claim. Stay Motivated, which is a great username and has given me some motivational words, says, thank you for advocating rationally and keeping everyone current here in California. You are very welcome. I'm not always rational. I've had a couple videos where I acted a fool, I think. But I try to remain calm, because that's one of the things, and I'm not always calm. Like, it's hard to be calm when the EDD is kind of effing everybody over, like so royally. But one of the things that you guys have told me that you like about my channel is that me being calm helps you guys stay calm. And so if I can be that calming force to make you guys feel a little bit better, that's what I want to do. But inside, my blood is boiling at the shenanigans the EDD pulls. And sometimes I've let that through. Janice says, if you are on PEUC, you can call to certify for your weeks. Yes, that's true. Rosa says, my uncle filed a claim in December, but since then he can't register his account. All his info is correct, but yet he gets an error code 324. Do you think tech support can help him? Yes, possibly. I actually don't have that number memorized, but I would think that tech support would be a good one for that. Also, an assembly member might be a good person to help with that. And make sure you guys, when you're calling or reaching out to your assembly members, that you let them know that you're experiencing financial hardship because of how long you've gone without payment. Yes, everyone can telecertify as long as you're not PEUY. That is correct. However, a lot of people certified yesterday using telecert, and then, I think it gives you a confirmation number. But because the website came up later, then everybody was like, oh, well, I just want to certify online. And you can't really do telecert and then certify online because one of them is going to say duplicate. California senators. I don't think that's true. The senators and the assembly members are different people. Like, aren't they? You guys, I'm not good with politics. That might be true. I don't know. Is that true? I don't. Because I was wondering, not every state has assembly members. I just was like, oh, California's really big, so we have assembly members, but other states don't. Look, I don't know. All I know is when you go to find your rep, they'll give you your assembly member. I don't care what they're called as long as they help us with our claims. And sometimes they can be women. One of the best assembly members is Lorena Gonzalez from San Diego. She's helping people who live everywhere, not just San Diego. Sorry, guys, I switched positions. I still, it's my ugly wall where I used to have the emergency fire pole for the bars. Okay. Andrea says, if you found a job, do you need to tell the EDD or just stop certifying? You can just stop certifying it. You don't necessarily have to tell them. They won't, if you don't certify, they won't pay you. It might be worth it to update things just in case, like that job suddenly cuts your hours or something like that. Like I certified for a while, even when I was back to work, until like every week I was getting the excessive earnings warning. So I finally did stop certifying after I've been back to work. But it might be worth it to keep certifying if you're uncertain about your hours or something like that. Kareem says, how many different pairs of glasses do you have? I love when people notice that. I used to have really good insurance, and so every year I would buy like 2 frames because the place I go will give you 2 pairs plus lenses for $199 as long as it's a simple lens. But I'm getting old. I think I might need bifocals. So I always buy, like, these are Ray-Bans, and I buy them off the clearance rack. 2 pairs, $199, and my insurance covered it when I had the good insurance. I've got like 8 pairs of glasses, I think. Some of them are breaking. Thank you, Andy. I'm a goof. I always get a little goofy too at the end. I'm like, I got a lot of glasses. You guys don't care. You guys want to know about your unemployment claims. Jay says, do we have to provide 3 work search requirements to get paid? Or we just skip the work search? Also, do we have to register for work on CalJobs? So we don't have to list places where we applied for work. And no one has officially said that registering for CalJobs is waived. But since the work search requirement is waived, I never filled out CalJobs and everything was fine. However, even though it doesn't seem, there's like wording there, like it says, failing to register for CalJobs, you know how the EDD likes to word things, may affect your claim. And I think that wording is still valid. I would go at this point, since we're approaching September faster than I would like, might as well register for CalJobs. Maybe that will put you in touch with like the job of your dreams. I feel like it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and get everything signed up on there, even though the work search is currently waived. Uh-oh. Still skipping around. Uh-oh. All right, Johnny Wick. Uh-oh. Are you guys switching the Claimyr stuff? You guys are confusing me. Johnny, okay. You certified this Sunday, but your claim is still on 0. Should I worry? And I want to claim a raffle. You can give it to somebody else who needs it more. Okay. So Johnny Wick, you just told, who did you just tell? Todd. Todd, what's your? Todd Raju. All right. Todd, Johnny, it looks like you told Todd that he could have your Claimyr thing. So Todd, leave your PayPal email address as a comment on this video, which you won't be able to do until after I'm done blabbing on soon. So I would not worry that your claim balance hit 0. So but you say still on 0. So did it hit 0 yesterday and then it's still on 0 today? Can you answer me that? If it's been on 0 for more than 2 weeks, then I would call. If it just hit 0 yesterday, it's going to stay at 0 for the next 2 weeks until you certify again. It's after that 2-week time period. If you don't see your claim balance increase, that's when I worry. Okay. Lisa, thank you for helping. Let's see what Andrea says. I saw the crying face. Hi, Emily. Oh, your nephew found a job but had to quit. So he certified then got disqualified because something, VQ. I don't know what that means. DQ, even though his underlying condition. So now I guess we just forget about EDD now. No, the disqualification I would call the EDD. Don't give up just yet, Emily. Call them and let them know why he quit. Even if the new employer somehow contests his EDD claim, he can appeal that decision. And in 97% of the cases, the appeal hearing will go towards us, towards the claimant, and not side with the EDD. Oh, Johnny says it's been on 0 for 8 days now. Okay, that's normal though. It's going to stay at 0 for 2 weeks. Johnny, do you see the next date you can certify? Because that's the date voluntary quit, Emily. Okay, I see that. So yeah, if you have a new date when you can certify, that's a good sign and your claim balance should go up on that day. Yes, Rosa Reyes is correct. 450 is the most a weekly benefit amount can be on unemployment. However, right now we do have that extra $300 a week, which would actually make it $750 a week. Michael, you're just on time. Voluntary, but you're saying he has an underlying condition, so it wouldn't hurt to try and follow up with the EDD. Just say, hey, this is why he had to quit, because of this underlying condition. It doesn't hurt to try. David says, I have a balance after filing a new claim 3 weeks ago. Certified in the status went immediately to not paid. I've tried calling in, but I can't reach anyone. Should I be concerned? Yeah, you are going to need to call them about that. Again, I like Tuesday through Saturday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. after the long intro message, which you guys are right at 1 minute and 46 seconds. Quickly hit 134 and try that way to get through. Someone else in the chat tonight said that they got through at 5:24. I don't like trying to call them after 6 p.m. because I tend to think that too many people are already on hold waiting to speak to a rep. But yeah, you're going to need to call them. That was Bomb says, what happens if you hit 0 on FedEd and you got denied a new claim, but then you don't have any certified dates buttons? They should keep you on your existing claim, but you're going to have to call them so that they can add in those dates for you to certify. Little Princess says, F it. Uh-oh, no, Little Princess. I just now saw that. Are you still in here? If you're in here, Little Princess, I do skip around, but I don't mean to miss any. Oh, I see it. Hopefully you're still in here. You've been waiting 2 weeks and you're still on pending. Your benefit year ended April 4th. What should I do? I called, but I can't get through. But you already know that I'm going to say that. You're still going to feel like saying F you, Shelly, because you are going to have to call. 2 weeks is not a really long time, but the benefit year ending so long ago, that's the part that concerns me, because we're almost to June 4th already. So that's almost two months since your benefit year ended. So if you've been pending for 2 weeks, I would call them again. Try between 2:30 and 4, Tuesday through Saturday are the dates that I would recommend. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Michael, thank you for the sticker, and it's a cute little unicorn. Mona says, my balance was at 0 yesterday, but today the balance went up again. Year ends 6/7/21. They probably added the next extension onto your claim, would be my guess. And then on 6/7, though, even if you still have a balance left on your claim, that's when you're going to need to file a new claim. Nessa says, I called EDD and the rep said there's a hold on my account and not to release. It sounds like you got to talk to a tier 2 rep. Sometimes they say that. They say, oh, there's a hold on your account and you need a phone interview. They can't always push the phone interviews through faster. Those are supposed to only take about 10 days, but they can take up to 30 days. Honestly, on that, I would try calling another rep and say, well, I haven't been paid in this long and I'm really experiencing financial hardship. Okay. It's still on 0. It's been 8 days. Yeah, wait the full 2 weeks, Johnny. That's what I think on that. Chris says, what do they ask during the interview? Can this disqualify you? Yeah, it can. So they should have sent you a letter saying what question they're gonna ask you. A lot of times it's about why you separated from your previous employer. And if you say something like, oh, well, I just left because my employer was a jerk or something like that, that would disqualify you. But if you say, oh, well, my last employer furloughed me or whatever is true for you, then they should side with you. Some people have been getting caught up on childcare closure versus school closure because some of the reps I've heard were saying, well, only schools were closed, but childcare has been open for a while now. So be careful if that is what they want to talk to you about on the phone interview. Try and use the word school instead of daycare would be my advice. Selena says you were passed over 3 times. Uh-oh. But Selena, aren't you one? You want a Claimyr call? I didn't mean to pass you by. Selena, ask your question again. I will try and get to it. I feel I do skip around. I always hope that when I'm answering someone else's question, it also answers your question. But Selena, if you ask it again, I will do that right now. Wayner says, if I'm starting a job and I'm in the midweek of my benefits, how do I stop them to prevent any overpayments? I had a bad experience in the past. So when you're at your new job, so let's say that you started this Wednesday and you certify this coming Sunday. So like it literally asks you, what date you worked. So you would just put, that you worked. If it was this Wednesday, that would be the 25th. Now I'm on August. I don't know how that just happened. The 26th, you would say, oh, I worked on the 26th. I made this much money. Just be careful that you're reporting the money that you earned in the week you reported to work, not the week that you're paid. Yes, I'm gonna give it to Todd, and I hope that helps. Catherine. Oh, Catherine, please tell me that you I feel like such a ding dong. Catherine also won a Claimyr code, and she told me 9 million times what her email address was, and I checked 9 million times to make sure I was spelling it right. And I was spelling the email part, but you know how it says Hotmail? I had left the L off of the mail part of her email address. So my apologies for that. Okay, so let's see what's going on now. You were ready and willing to accept work in your field that matches your job skills and background. Does field mean both 1099 and W-2 work? I would think so. Yeah, you want to answer yes, that you were willing and able to accept work. Although I will say, I hope this doesn't make things more confusing. So whatever the question is, you want to say that you can accept full-time work. I know if you're self-employed, there's a question that asks you, would you be willing to stop your self-employment to accept full-time work? And you want to say yes to that as well. Here's why. Here's like the perfect example I can think of. Let's say that I called you and I was like, I need an assistant for my channel. I will pay you $1 million a year and you can work from home. My guess is that like you would quit your self-employment and take me up on my offer. I'm not offering that. I don't have the means to offer that. But like if your dream job that paid like a ridiculously great salary fell in your lap and you could work from home, but it was W-2 work, even if you're currently 1099, you would accept that. So you just want to say that you always want to tell them that you're able and willing to accept full-time traditional work. And you can say that and be clear of conscience in that, knowing that if this unfathomable situation just fell into your lap, you'd take it. Susie's, you call them. I use the 833-978-2511 number. I like calling between two. Well, I don't ever like calling, but I'm better like calling Tuesday through Saturday, 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. After listening to the long intro message, quickly hit 134. You're a caregiver. Yes, you can get unemployment. I love when you guys help each other in the chat. You guys, I'm only going to take about 2 more questions, and then I've got to head out for the evening. If you won a Claimyr discount code earlier, make sure to leave your PayPal email address as a comment on this video after I end it. Okay, and Riz says, I hope you can help me. How come it says paid on my EDD account, but they did not deposit funds on my EDD debit card? My guess is that that will either load up tonight right after 10 p.m. or tomorrow at 8 a.m. I would just imagine that there's like a slight delay. Selena, I won't. But you gotta wait. Oh, let me see. Okay, yes. But Selena, you emailed them. Hold on. Okay, Selena, your claim balance is at 0 and your benefit year ended. You reapplied and received the claim award and the 1277. It's been 4 weeks and no update online to certify. Okay, so the 1277, that is going to mean that you don't qualify for the new claim, but that's okay. That means that they're going to add the extension to your existing claim. But you're right, it is a problem that you haven't been able to certify in 4 weeks. So I'm going to send you your Claimyr code later today. Don't use it tonight because it's already 7:20. So I still, even if you use Claimyr with them, since they have to have time to dial 2, I recommend don't before 5 p.m. So you redeem your Claimyr code before 5 p.m. When you get to the rep, just say this. Say, hi, I filed a new claim. I got the 1277 invalid claim letter. I am experiencing financial hardship because I haven't been paid in the last 4 weeks. Is there anything you can do to help push those payments through? And then see what they say. If they say that they can't help you, just say, I can't pay my bills. I can't afford food. Even if that's not true, like I would say that to really like get them to try and help you and to understand. And I would say, I'm really having trouble. I can't pay my bills. I can't afford to buy food. Can you transfer me to a tier 2 rep? And then hopefully they will. If they won't, just say, well, do you have a timeline when this will clear up? Do you know why this is happening? Try and get them to help you, but also try and get them to give you as many details as possible. Maria, I won't, but you got to leave your PayPal. Okay. Mary says, rep had you finish off your FedEd to 0 2 weeks ago. She said she pushed through my next extensions. Went to certify, no way to certify. Any ideas? Unfortunately, that would be something that you would need to call to have them clear up. If you're missing the ability to certify at all, unfortunately, you've got to call the EDD. Tina says, I've gone back to work and my benefit year ended in April. I'm still available to certify, but I don't need to because I'm working now. And there hasn't been any more payments coming in. What now? You can wash your hands of this nonsense. You don't have to keep certifying. Even if you don't certify for a while, that's what the reopen claim button is actually for. Like for me, I haven't certified like the last maybe 4 weeks either. So if I need to certify again, I would just hit the reopen claim button. So yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Just stop certifying, and that's okay. Kimmy says, my boss asked me to get her lunch. I paid with cash, then she paid me back using the company check. Do I need to report that during my weekly certification? No, and that's a little odd. That's very nice of you. What an awesome employee you are. No, don't. That is not earned income. You are even. Do not report that. And hopefully she did that on a separate check to like, so that it won't mess anything up. I'll also tell you this story. I don't know if my company would want me to share this or not, but I'm gonna. We, like when there's money in a register, like we have money in our safe to put in that register. I'm giving out too many details now, giving out all the secrets. But you guys have probably worked retail. It's no secret. Like there's money to put in the register when you try to start your shift, like a couple quarters, some dollars, some fives, When everything shut down, they had us deposit all that and take it to the bank so it wasn't sitting in an unoccupied building for a year. When we needed to open up again, they sent me personally the check for the funds to put back in the safe, and then I had to go cash it. But they had to give it to me in my name because I'm not the company. I don't have, I have a business card, but you could fake a business card. So they gave me a check for a significant amount of money, but it was a different line item it's shown on my pay stub, but it's not counted on my gross income. It shows as reimbursement. So reimbursement is not earned income. That is money that you paid out of your pocket that you're being reimbursed for. So that should not need to be reported. If somehow you have a shady employer who put that in your hours, then that's going to mess you up and you would need to report it. But hopefully that's not the case. Okay. Mika says, when should we expect the unemployment refund? It really depends on your filing status. If you're single, you get the money faster. Basically, the less complicated your tax situation is, the sooner you're going to get it. They have started sending some of those out, from my understanding. I've read that they should be done by August, but somebody in my chat yesterday said that they read an article that said it could happen as late as October. You guys are getting frustrated with me. I try. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try and find Kendall Graves' question because Michael has the same question. All right, Kendall, here I go. Looking for your question. Oh, okay. My claim just got updated on UI Online after 2 months. I just certified. How long do you think it will move from pending to paid? So this time got updated. You just certified. How long do you think? Oh, it depends. So yesterday people certified and it should switch from pending to paid within 72 hours. But I'm not sure what you mean by updated. You got a new claim balance. Some of the claims after our benefit year, after we file a new claim, it's staying pending from between 2 weeks to 6 weeks. But after about week 3, if it's still pending, that's when you have to call the EDD. Now, if you've not been having problems with your claim, and this is the first time it's stuck pending, there were some trouble yesterday, and it might stay pending for 72 hours. Then anything longer than that would not be normal. I'm going to take a little drink. If you guys could like the video while I do that, I'm going to cough so badly. Okay. Austin says, I was told to fax a notice of hardship. Do you know anything about that? No, I haven't specifically heard that. But I do think that when you tell them that you're experiencing financial hardship, they're allowed to push at least one payment through, even while things are not resolved. And also, sometimes that is what causes people to have to certify every week. Is once they push 1 week through of hardship payment, then that seems to like, T, you're late. I already gave away the get a rep things. We'll see. I'll see what other kind of giveaways I can do. Beto, so you said, that you're on the 11-week extension, not the 29-week. So they're making everybody go through all the PEUC extensions before they put you on the next one. So once you're through with the 11-week one, then they'll put you on the 29-week one. But then, of course, the 29 weeks isn't going to last 29 weeks. It's only going to last to the week ending September 4th. Sexid. I don't know. How long does it take to get your EDD card? It takes about 10 days after the first, like when you first file a brand new claim and you've never been on unemployment before, it takes about 3 weeks to get that all set up. Then you're going to certify. Then you're going to see the payment go from pending to paid. It's going to take about 10 business days after that payment switches to paid to get your EDD debit card. Yeah, so Austin, I'm not exactly sure about faxing that, but that may be something that they're asking you to do to help be able to push your payments through. And Catherine, you're welcome. Oh, movie production. So you don't have experience. Can a new field count as accepting work in your field? Yeah, absolutely. And I movie production is great. I have a friend. Well, yeah, I'm going to call him a friend. I like all of my old employees. I think they're great and unique. And we're here in Los Angeles, and there's a lot of film production. So he used to work at the movie theater, and now he just worked on a film, Army of the Dead. And he's got all sorts of like Facebook posts of him working with Zack Snyder, who did Justice League. And so, yeah, go into a new field. It doesn't necessarily just say you're able and available to accept work. That's the key. We can switch careers anytime we want to, yeah. So just say yes, that you're willing and able to accept full-time work. Let's see here. Michael's asking what's a claimant discount code. It's not claimant, it's Claimyr. Claimyr is a calling service. They dial the EDD for you. For those of us who are having trouble getting through. Usually over in the chat, everybody's like, it was the best $20 I spent. I think that calling the EDD should be free, but since so many people like it, I don't want people to pay $20 for it. So if you use my discount code, it makes the call it makes the first call $14.99 instead of $19.99. That's only if you guys want to use it, only if you guys were going to use it anyway. I do really still recommend trying to get through for free. Your friend just ran out last week. Can you get the extension? Yeah, you should be able to. Let's see here. Vicky, thank you for the donation. Oh, same question as Kendall Graves. So I think Kendall's question was, hold on, I'm going to go reread it. Your claim got updated after 2 months and you certified it. So it just depends. So if the balance just got updated and you were getting paid for those 2 months, it really should switch to paid within the next 72 hours. But if it doesn't switch, but if you've already been pending 4 weeks, I can't tell from the way the question was asked. If you've been pending for 4 weeks, honestly, I don't think it's going to update until you call them to have them push it through. All sorts of things are causing the claims to hit glitches or hit snagged or not move through the process the way they're supposed to without a call. And that's what's so frustrating. A lot of times the way things are supposed to work is not the way they actually work. So I'm not quite sure from the way it's worded what Kendall means when they say that it got updated after 2 months. So for 2 months was the balance at 0, and that's what updated. What updated? I'm so sorry. If you guys could let me know. So if you haven't been paid for like 4 weeks and it's said pending for 4 weeks, even if you saw the balance increase recently, I would still recommend calling them. maybe wait 72 more hours if you've already been waiting for 4 weeks. But I do think you're going to need to call to get a rep to push those payments through. Okay. I hope that made sense. And thank you for the donation. Yeah. Yes. Work search requirements are still waived. What to do for the extension after the funds run out. So they should, after one extension runs out, they should automatically put you on the next extension. If it doesn't happen automatically, though, that's when you need to call. But all of us should qualify for benefits through the week ending September 4th. Catherine, you're available to work, but to clarify the new field, yes. They're not going to ask you about the field and all of that. Like, for a while, I was too nervous not to list places that I worked. I work at a movie theater, but I applied at car dealerships. I applied to be Graham Stephan's assistant. He's a YouTuber. I made like a video about that. I actually might make a follow-up video about that. It just wants to know, like, yes, to answer the question, yes. Yes, even if you switch fields, it's going to be okay. Just answer yes that you were able in the same field. Yes, even if you're switching fields. Okay. Okay. Emmanuel says I used Claimyr just now, and they told me that my claim hasn't updated yet. When they tell you things like that, just to keep certifying, in cases like that, I tend to think, try and ask for a tier 2 rep, and also say, do you have any idea how soon it's going to update? Because I'm really experiencing financial hardship since I haven't gotten paid in a while. How long have you been waiting, Emmanuel? And yes, definitely do keep certifying, but maybe reach out to an assembly member in this case and see if they can help push it through. Okay, so Inspired Lawn Care, you're disqualified. It makes no sense. So sometimes what happens is when you file for the new claim, and this would not be your fault. So somehow the system has both claims in there, maybe even if you don't qualify for a new claim, but it's got your old claim and your new claim. And so when you certify, it doesn't let you pick which claim you're going to certify on. It just loads a page for you. So you certify on whatever page it loads. And if for some reason you're not certifying on the correct claim, that claim moves to disqualification, and you do have to call them so that the certifications are registering on the correct claim. But more often than not, that's why one claim is saying disqualified, because, and this, again, you don't have the ability to do anything different about this. There's nothing that you did wrong. There's nothing that you could have done differently. The EDD website just loaded up the wrong one for you to certify on. But you have to call the rep so that the certification goes onto the right claim. Okay. Yeah. Assembly members. And I like emailing the assembly members. And I've got the link in the description of this video on how to find your representative. Yeah. No, it's a real map. Oh, that didn't work. But here's my cleaner, my Expo cleaner, because it's a dry erase map. I've used it in a couple different videos. These are the states in red, and I did it just diagonal because this stupid thing is hard to clean. But these are the 22 states that want to end unemployment benefits early. All of the programs, the extra $300 a week, the PEUY, PEUC, but notice California is not red. We're not planning on ending it early that I know of. But yes, it's a real map, not a green screen. It's a real blue wall too. Hollow wall. And there's where the emergency fire escape used to be, but I removed the bars off my window because the neighborhood's gentrifying. Okay, again, not what you guys. Beautiful mom vlog wants to know what's a good number for the EDD. They're all not very good. I'm just going to be honest with that up front. The one I use is 833-978-2511. Michelle says, if you don't file a new claim, we'll automatically transition if you don't qualify for a new claim. But you have to file a new claim for it to know whether you'll qualify for you have to file a new claim. If you're not a PEUY unemployment claim, if you're traditional unemployment claim, once your benefit year ends, you have to file a new claim. It won't do anything automatically for you. And even after you file a new claim, after you've done what you're supposed to, half the time it gets stuck on pending and you have to call them anyway. Okay. All right, you guys, I am probably going to take off. I answered about 1 million questions. Oh, wait, I want to follow up on Inspired Lawn Cares. Also, Inspired Lawn Care, man, I need a good, what area are you in? I'm in Los Angeles County, and I really need a good lawn care person. Okay. But like 3 days ago, my claim balance was over $7,000 and my weekly a little over $200. Now it says $1,000 claim and 100 weekly benefits. So this is what I think, especially on yours, Inspired Lawn Care. I think that somehow, right? And it's this one, this $100 a week one and the $1,000 balance that's saying disqualified. So what I'm thinking is somehow they loaded up the new claim, but you probably don't actually qualify for the new claim. Like, for example, if you didn't work at all since you first opened your original claim last year, you shouldn't qualify for a new claim. But it sounds like maybe the EDD loaded up the new claim and had you certify on it, but that's not the right one. So that moved to disqualification. Does that make sense? But either way, you have to call them to get the disqualification removed and put the certification on the right claim. Okay. All right, you guys, I think that's going to be it. Oh, bad grandpa. Bad grandpa. Since you're in here, did you hear me say California's unemployment rate is still at 8.3%, which is the same as it was in March. So no movement on that, which is bad because we had a lot more businesses open between March and April. So for that unemployment number to stay the same is a little bit concerning. All right. All right, guys, I need to get going. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you were one of, I think we have 5 Claimyr codes that I owe you guys, to leave your email in the comments of this video. All right. T, it was not you. You were late. But I will try and do another giveaway. Maybe leave it and see what happens anyway. Maybe just leave it and we'll see. Okay. All right, you guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time. I can't find my end stream button. I should use my fake. It's not a fake clicker, but I should use the clicker, but it would be fake for ending this. I don't know how to end this. All right. Have a good night, everyone.